Oh, hello. Hey guys, I hope you're all paying attention and you're all ready to hear what it is that I have to share with you today. Today's message is, as you would have read from the title already, all about staying alert. Many seasons in life, this current one included, will seemingly overstay their welcome and will keep us in a waiting period where we have to be prepared to stay the course. Now, before you disengage from any of this, I know this can feel already like it's someone is just talking at you, telling you not to be lazy during this time. And you know what? Yeah, that's what this is. Sorry, not sorry. But as much as this is a message for all of you, it's equally a message for myself. I personally believe that this is a message for all of us together. So you know what? Take comfort in the fact that we're all in this journey together. So, let's dive in. Now, recently during a Bible study session, I came across something really interesting that I read in the beginning parts of the New Testament, which will be the focus for this message. So let's read Matthew 4, verse 1 to 2. I'm reading from the New Living Translation. And it goes as follows. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted there by the devil. For 40 days and 40 nights, he fasted and became very hungry. Okay, let's dissect this passage here. What very quickly becomes clear in this instance is that the moment that Jesus made a commitment to God, a commitment to grow closer to Him through fasting and through prayer, he was essentially putting himself straight into enemy territory, right before their very eyes to see him. But why is this important? Because the exact same thing happens to us, to you and I. From the moment that we accept Christ, from the moment that we make a decision of commitment to Him, we are essentially sending out signs for the enemy to show them where we intend to go. And boy, does the enemy hate that. John 10 verse 10 in the New Living Translation illustrates this perfectly by stating the thief's purpose is to steal and kill and destroy. This is a reminder for us that with every decision that we make towards Him, the enemy will do everything he can to come against that choice we make, with the hopes that we will fail because we start to lose sight of our commitment. But within that same verse comes the hopeful promise from God that is our goal in life through Him. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life. Now, notice how the devil also comes to tempt/taunt Jesus when he is seemingly at his most physically vulnerable, when he is hungry. Now, it doesn't specify when Jesus actually became hungry. It might have been halfway through his 40 days and 40 nights, or it could have been right at the very end. But what we can deduce is that it happened in the moment where a breakthrough or a pivotal moment was about to pass. How do we know this? Because that is when the devil came. Guys, I really hope that you're listening right now because this is so important for you to understand. The enemy knows, and more importantly, understands what you have to gain from growing closer to God and knowing more about Him. And there's a reason that we're told to read the Bible and to take to heart the scriptures that are within it and the verses that we continue to study. And that's because the devil himself also understands the scriptures. And he will use any ways necessary, any ways that he can think of to twist those truths and to turn you away from those scriptures and their true meaning for your life. In fact, if you read further into verses 3 to 11, it's all about Jesus fighting back against the devil and his misusage of the scriptures. So guys, please read this, study this, take time to let it really sink in. Find a way in which you can best digest it and have it relate to you, but don't neglect your time within the word. It's super, super important, and I really hope that you can grasp onto that from today's message, that from today you can gain that understanding of how important it is for you to know what God speaks to you through these words. And if you've let it go on for some time now without actually being in it, that's okay. Don't worry about that. Just come back, realign yourself, and understand and accept the commitments that you are making. Because it is a lifetime commitment. This is no easy job, but it is a decision worth going through with. Alright, now comes our secondary focus. Temptation is going to come. That is just a fact of life. There is nothing that we can do to stop it from happening. It is something that is always going to be there around us. Now, the important thing here to understand is that it's not God that is tempting us. It's never God that sends temptation our way. That's not within his nature to do. And we also need to realize that it's not bad that these things are coming at us in our life. That's not an issue. The Bible actually tells us in Romans 5, verse 3-5, in the New Living Translation again, we can rejoice too when we run into problems and trials, for we know that they help us develop endurance. And endurance develops strength of character, and character strengthens our confident hope of salvation. And this hope will not lead to disappointment. I will say that again because I love that ending part. This hope will not lead to disappointment. And that, I believe, is exactly what the point of Matthew chapter 4 is. To show us that although the road can and will be difficult, the pros far outweigh the cons. That regardless of what the enemy may try to have us believe, God's eternal gifts shatter any momentary pleasure that the enemy could try to entice us with. There is nothing that this world can offer to us that God cannot far and above exceed in our own lives. But we have to be awake in our faith and alert to the right voice and the right direction to continue on that path that God has placed before us. So City Youth, here's what I would like to encourage you with in today's message. Don't be discouraged by your past. Don't think that just because you've tried once, you can't try again. Because trust me when I say, you can. But this time, come to God with that commitment in your heart and tell him that this time you're going to rely on him to be able to make it through this. See, the choices that we make have to be made by us. It has to be made by you. You have to be the one to make that decision. So once again, City Youth, let's make a decision today. That although it may be tough, we will be alert and we will be awake and seeking God in our day-to-day lives. So again, guys, take heart in the fact that we are in this together. You're in this with me, and I'm in it with you. So let's walk this journey together, in faith and in greater commitment from today onwards than yesterday. Stay blessed, guys. See you all very soon. Bye.